welcome on Learning with L and R, and today we are going to discuss about the role of the teacher, characteristics and function of the teacher. First of all, the introduction. Teaching is the distinctively human activity. It is imparting knowledge and the learning process, the means by which the student assimilates share of it. It is concerned with growth and development of whole personality of the student, his or her mind, spirit, character and effective behavior. Actually, teacher play a very important role in the professional as well as the personal life of the students. They help in the teaching and learning process as well as they also help in the overall development of the personality of the student. Then definition. A teacher is a person who selects and organizes teaching, learning methods, consciously planning and controlling a situation directly to the achievement of optimum student learning. The main aim of the teacher is to achieve the goal. What is that goal? So that his or her student can learn very well. Then by learning you will teach, by teaching you will learn. It is win-win process. The characteristics of teacher. Teacher should be thorough knowledge of her subject matter. She should be excellent speaker and his or her speech should be very excellent. He should be neatness and possess very great character, means poise, sense of humor. They do not bore the class, broad interest, well-balanced personality, professional, well-groomed, tolerant, fair and without partiality. They can deal with the students equally. Kind and patient, clear exposition of subject matter, ever-loving nature, good communicator, keen observer, supporter and listener. Because if the teacher possesses these qualities, observes, good observer, supporter and listener, then they surely help the students to grow in the future. Leadership ability as well as a deeper knowledge and interest in students. Then roles of teacher. There are three kinds of role of the teacher: instructional role, faculty role and individual role. First one, instructional role, where the teacher gives the instructions to the group of the students and students can act according to the teacher's instruction. Plan and organize the courses, create and maintain a desirable group which will encourage and enhance learning and will lead to the development of learner's self-discipline. Then adapt teaching and preparing the instructional materials to the varying interests, needs and abilities of the students. Wholly and solely the aim of the teacher to grow the personality, to develop the personality of his or her student. Motivate the challenging students to pursue and to sustain learning activities which will lead them toward acceptance of responsibility for their own learning. The teacher should be encourage the students, motivate the students so that the challenging students who have less interest in study or something they are very less in capability, they have to encourage to that kind of students. Faculty roles. How the teacher should be go through in their faculty and cooperate with their staff members. The role of faculty vary according to philosophy, objectives and setting of teaching institution. First one, chairperson, secretary or member of one or more committees. The role of the teacher in these kind of people have different. Counselor of students in matters, then researchers, resource persons to group outside the institution, health agencies or other schools. Depends upon the situation. According to the situation, the teacher play their role. Then individual role. Plays a personal role as a member of a family, a community and a citizen. This belongs to the personal life of the teacher. Dignified and distinct personality. Then teacher's role as a facilitator, role model, information provider, resource developer, planner, assessor. Then professional responsibilities. Under the professional responsibilities, teachers have responsible for the curriculum, responsible for the classes, responsible for the growth of the student. The following statement of professional responsibilities must be adhered to by all teachers. In carrying out their duties and responsibilities, all teachers must be conscious of their special duty of care to the students of the public education system in all educational activities in and out of school, demonstrate the highest standards of professional behavior, exercise professional judgment, and act in a courteous and sensitive manner when interacting with students, parents, and caregivers, staff, and the public. Then, collaborate in the development of school plans, policies, and programs, devise and document teaching and learning programs, and develop and implement appropriate evaluation mechanism. Then, treat students equitably. They have to impartial. The teachers have to impartial. They have to deal with the students equally, including those with disabilities and other special needs. Meet the individual learning needs of students and assist each student to maximize his or her learning outcome. Effectively manage and implement programs for child protection and student welfare. Undertake appropriate ongoing professional development to promote competence in curriculum development, delivery, and evaluation, classroom management, and teaching skills. These all kind of qualities the teacher must possess. Comply with legislative and industrial requirements and the department's code of conduct policies, including the use of employee communication devices and the procedures. Then be familiar with the provisions of legislative relevant to their official responsibilities. The teachers have to know about the rules and regulations regarding their duties and responsibilities. Comply with reasonable directions given by supervisor or principal and adhere to official guidelines concerning the performance of their duties. Teachers must obey the orders of their superior and they give the order to their subordinates. Then implement the priorities of the department and the school and ensure their professional actions reflect government and departmental policy. Be fair in exercising delegated responsibilities and promote personal and professional development of staff. Perform their duties efficiently and effectively and with honesty, integrity, and fairness at all times. And ensure that decisions are made fairly and conveyed promptly both with the department and to those students and members of the public who have a right to know. Use information gained in the courses of employment only for proper and appropriate purposes. Use public resources economically. Then, functions of teachers. What kind of functions the teacher should play? Explaining and informing. The good teacher is expected to be well informed in the areas in which she teaches. The teacher should be thorough with their subject matter and they have to clear their doubt of the students. She is expected to be able to communicate information needed for background, enrichment, and motivation, and on many occasions to explain the relationship to children. Initiating, directing, and administering. One of the most important functions of teaching is concerned with initiating, organizing, directing, and making decisions from morning till evening. The teacher faces and handles many problems which require the initiative, direction, and administration also. Unified the group. In the beginning of the session, a teacher is confronted with a number of children who are not unified. As they live together, they become a unified group. An important task is to develop a group spirit within the group. Right? When your class is started, your course is started, that time you are not unified. After that, your teachers connected you in the classes, and after that you have become the unified group. Giving security. The students feel safe in the presence of the teacher. Many children are in need of warmth, recognition, praise, and friendly atmosphere. There are children who feel a sense of loneliness, isolation, rejection, and economic insecurity. So teachers should identify the needs of the students and help them accordingly. Clarifying attitude, belief, and problem. Many students are confused by social influences because these days today is the era of socialization and there are huge number of social sites and students distract with these sites, and the teacher should inform the exact information to the students. Students confused because of looking at so many different ways of living on TV, radio, movie, and reading materials, etc., which introduce new and unusual ideas. So the teacher should clarify the doubts and creates opportunities for children to state their attitudes, interests, and problems, to talk about their purposes and interests and aspirations. Diagnosing learning problems. Some students suffering from problems related to learning difficulties. Teachers have to identify these kind of problems and help to the students to learn appropriately. There are children in every class who do not make expected progress in their studies, growth, and development. The teacher must diagnose the learning problems of individual students and should suggest the possible solutions. Making curriculum material. The teacher should contribute in making the curriculum the exact need of the society or students, that kind of things included in the curriculum, and the things which are less important should exclude from the curriculum. Curriculum plays an important role in the course. The teacher should modify the curriculum in accordance with the needs of group and the local community. Evaluating, recording, and reporting. The teacher has to evaluate the progress of class as a whole and individual students by means of tests and periodical examinations. She or he has to report the progress to the principal and the parents regarding the growth of the students. Arranging and organizing classroom. It is important responsibility of the teacher to make a classroom a beautiful place for learning, provide the conducive environment in the classroom to the students so that they have to show interest in learning. Arrangement should be flexible to change it to suit the different occasions. Participating in the school activities. The teacher should participate in other school activities in addition to his routine teaching assignment. These may include picnics, games, organizing some shows, organizing health programs, organizing the events, such as in our college so many events organized by our teachers. Okay, participating in professional life. Every teacher is expected to enter wholly into professional life and to make his contribution to the improvement of the profession or the overall personality development of the student. Today we have discussed about the introduction, definition of the teacher, characteristics of a teacher, roles of a teacher, professional responsibilities of a teacher, and functions of a teacher. I hope you have clear with this. Thank you very much.